In this video, we'll be learning to sing in a swing style. So if your favourite artists are Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Michael Bublé, Ella Fitzgerald or Julie London, hopefully you'll be able to pick up some great tips to help you develop a great swing sound too. Now let's start by looking at how a swing artist appears to an audience. They appear very cool and quite arrogant. They certainly have a sense of command, that everything they do is very, very confident. And a part of generating that command and that confidence is getting a great, strong, thick vocal tone, which differs a lot from other styles of music. So let's look at how they achieve that. If I sing a note in a fairly normal way, if I just go ah, okay, and then I generate a swing type sound like this, ah, you can hear that I've thickened up the sound. I've made it thicker and stronger. Now, how I've done that is by creating a bigger space in my throat. And space is really important to developing sound. If you think, for example, of standing in the middle of a cathedral, that's a big space, and you sing a note, you'll hear the sound coming back in a very, very warm, echoey way. If you go into a broom cupboard, a very small space, and sing the same thing, the effect of that sound resonating and bouncing back to you won't quite be the same. It'll be very thin. So what I'm aiming to do really is create a big space in my throat, like the space in the cathedral, to warm that sound up. So in order to do that, I yawn, and as I yawn, the back of my throat opens, gives me more space, and I all of a sudden see more booming. And I can also feel a bit more vibration at the top of my chest as I do that. So if I give you an example now of a small section of a song in a normal tone, and then I'll do it again by thickening and opening up the back of my throat. Okay, so this one then is just a normal tone. Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it keeps them pearly white. Okay, now I'll do that again, and this time with a yawn. Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it keeps them pearly white. You can hear how that's a thicker, deeper, boomier sound. The pitching's the same, but because I've got that bigger space at the back, it's warmed up the sound. Now, when you first start to practice this, it will feel really unusual and really weird. And that's quite normal, because it perhaps won't be the way that you normally sing. So anything that's different from what you normally would do is going to feel strange. So don't worry about that, and try to practice this technique initially in a really over-the-top way. And if you can, record yourself a little bit as you're doing it, because it will feel probably a lot different to how it sounds. So it's good to hear yourself back and keep monitoring your progression through the technique. So that's thickening up the sound for swing. And the next step is to get that arrogance in by playing with the timing of a song slightly. So what I'm going to do now is just not worry about coming in exactly on the beat as I go through the song. I'll come in perhaps a little bit late on some phrases. Now this gives a sense that the music is following me rather than I'm being sort of dragged along by the music or following the music. The swing artist should always be in control of an orchestra or of a band, or even if it's a backing track, you still need to kind of maintain that sense of being in charge. So I'll give you an example of that. Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and he shows them pearly white. So I held some notes there. I came in a little bit early, a little bit late in places, and I gave a real sense of I was doing my own thing. And that's very important for any kind of swing performance. So if you combine the timing element with the thickness of the tone, you're already well on your way to creating a great swing sound. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please join me again in more vocal development videos.